Yo, what's up? This is gonna be a video about charging again. I know many people don't watch this, so I'll just make it short, okay? So I tested Kona versus e-Soul. Yeah, so let's just roll the tape, shall we? Now the funny screen you see to the left and the middle one, that's the that's the 2020 Kona, and then to the right we have e-Soul. Those are charging at Ionity, so you know, the charger should deliver enough power and all that. I want to see, some people claim that the charging curve on the new 2020 Kona and the 2020 e-Niro, whatever, has been changed to the better or to the worse. Well, we'll find out. So, by the way, the app or whatever overlay you see to the left here with all those numbers, that's called Car Scanner. It's a free app. You can just download it, Car Scanner, and then you have to configure a little bit to get it to look like this. And you need an OBD dongle, yes. So I want to point out that if you look at battery power, you see that the battery power is slightly lower than what is reported into the car. And why is it like that? You see right now, the car reports 74 kilowatt, but we are getting only 72 kilowatt. Now, it might be because the battery cooler is running. You see, the battery inlet is 13 degrees Celsius, so it's actively cooling down the battery to keep it around 30 to 38, I think it was 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. So actually the car reports whatever the charger delivers. So it's a little bit misleading, because in a Tesla or in an e-tron, or I don't remember other cars, but they will show you what goes into the battery, not what the charger delivers. See, now you think you're getting 75 kilowatt, but it's actually 73 kilowatt. Yeah, and what else can I say? Yeah, another thing you will notice is that you have on top the state of charge BMS and state of charge display. You know, I talk many times about cars with top buffer, and you will see that, you know, the car will present as if we have 41% right now, but in reality we have 40%, and the difference will be greater and greater the higher we get. So we can take a little look at that one. Indoor temperature, by the way, is not correct. It wasn't 33 degrees Celsius. It was about 25. So I don't know why that one reports a little bit weird. What else should I say? Battery heater, by the way, the battery heater is not active. It just displays 17 degrees, but that's it. And also those numbers on the bottom, the available charge power and discharge power, is also weird. Don't trust those numbers. But at this point, you see that the 2020 model versus the e-Soul was again the previous one. They have more or less the same charging curve, but at 57%, both of these will throttle. So you get the maximum speed, which is about 70-ish kilowatt, 75 kilowatt. Well, actually, people think it's 75 kilowatt, but I think it's around 72, 73 kilowatt. And of course, I forgot to mention the difference in the displayed kilowatt versus what goes into the battery. You also have to take into account a little bit of heat loss, because think about this: when the battery temperature rises, where does that heat or where does that energy come from? Well, it comes from the heat loss that is not counted in here. But there you go, there you had that throttling at 57%. I talk too slow. Yeah, and now we are at 57%, it throttles to 57 kilowatt, easy to remember, yes. And then the next breakpoint will be at 73%. So at this point, there's really no difference between the charging curve as compared to before, really. But also, yeah, if you're traveling and you charge and you wonder how far you should charge, well, it's probably too early to stop at 57% because you nearly charged half the battery. So I suggest that if you're in a rush, you should charge to 73%, because then it comes the next breakpoint. And by the way, now you see that the difference between state of charge BMS and state of charge display is 2%. So I think in the end it will be 3% difference. And what is this thing, by the way? Why do they do it like this? Well, it's top buffer. It's to prevent people from charging to maximum voltage to degrade the battery faster. And also a nice thing is that you don't have to worry about not charging the 100%. You can charge to so-called 100% and it's 97%, and then you have regen once you start driving. So that's a good thing. But on the other hand, charging it to 97% is not too healthy in the long run either. So you should, I mean, these cars, they have a function where you can set charge limit. You should set it to about 80-90% if you don't need to drive that far every day. What else should I comment about? You see, the car, unlike Tesla, it will keep the battery temperature around 35-36 degrees Celsius, just like my body temperature. petrol. No, but Tesla, and I believe also Taycan will allow the battery to heat up. Actually, it will actively also heat up the battery to over 50 degrees Celsius. But in these Korean cars, they probably put so much cobalt in the battery that they don't need to go that high. Yeah, so you see it stays around 35. Yeah, it actively cools it. But we hit the next breakpoint. Yeah, I'm again too slow. So if you don't want to worry too much about do I have to look at this OBD tool, whatever? No, just charge to about 75%. Then 75-80% on every stop, and then you can go. Charging longer is, I see it's kind of slow now, especially if you're charging at Fortum. You pay per minute, so it becomes kind of expensive to charge at 24 kilowatt, 26 kilowatt. Well, you get 24 kilowatt into the battery. So what else is there to say? Again, you see that this charging session with the Kona versus the e-Soul is just almost identical. It's just neck on neck. They haven't boosted the speed. Maximum current is still 200 amp or 199 amp or whatever. Unfortunately, these Korean cars, they don't go beyond 200 amp, unlike E28 or that series. So, and also I feel like they throttle a little bit aggressively, but on the other hand, maybe it's good for longevity that they don't charge too fast, because you've seen what happens with Tesla. The classic 85, they charge at around 50 to 40 kilowatt nowadays. Yeah, supercharger. Yes, Tesla just nerfed it massively. I should make a video. If someone who's watching my video has a classic 85, lives near Oslo, please contact me. I want to borrow it and document how damn slow it is. Yeah. So alright, we're gonna finish charging soon at 90. Wait, did I charge to? Oh, I forgot. I charged to 100%. Yeah, normally I would charge to 90% just to show you guys, because it's kind of pointless to charge to 100%. People who don't know, okay, yeah, I didn't bother charging longer on the other one. The e-Soul stopped, but okay, I also stopped the main camera. Now I'm only recording the BMS. The OBD car scanner. Yes, I just wanted to see what happens towards the end, towards 100%. But yeah, again, back to the point. Yeah, so if you have a Model S 85 Classic, you live near Oslo, please, I want to borrow it. I want to see how fast it is. Okay, now I switch on I switch to look at cell voltage. Supposedly, if you charge the cells to 4.2 volts, then that's roughly that's the true 100%. And that's not too healthy in the long run to charge to 4.2 volt every day. But you see that. Well, you guys can decide by yourself. Is it healthy to go to, well, I have to stop my thing here at 100%, there, 100%, 97% true BMS, 4.18 volts, so how healthy is that one? I don't know, because if you, every time you look in these different groups, i3 group, Kona, Ionic, whatever, when people ask, hey, is it healthy to charge, is it unhealthy to charge to 100%? People say that, no worries, there's a buffer, don't worry, just charge your e-Golf, e-tron, i3, whatever to 100% and you will not take any damage. Well, I'm not 100% sure, no pun intended, that the battery won't take any damage, because ideally you want to keep it close to around 50-60% for the best, the lowest degradation. So I guess this is, I'm not gonna tell you guys, no, don't do it, but you guys can just discuss, is it healthy to charge 100% or 97% every day? Okay, but anyway, so at least I show you guys what happens beyond. Okay, well, oh, by the way, it cooled down to 31 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I wasn't focusing too much on the battery temperature, just to show you guys what happens during a fast charging on this kind of car versus Tesla, yeah, or other cars. But anyway, okay, by the way, I also have to point out that why did I compare to Tesla? Because some people, they just get all defensive every time I compare with Tesla. They'd be like, Bjørn is a Tesla fanboy, he always compares against Tesla. No, I just compared against Tesla because the Tesla is what I have also looked into the BMS, you know, similar tool. It's got ScanMyTesla, and as you can see the battery temperature, and I only pointed out that Tesla and Taycan, and actually also I believe e-tron, they heat up the battery. They allow the battery to become warmer than around 30 degrees Celsius, which is the target here. So you know, we can always wonder if the Koreans, if they allow that battery to heat up to, let's say, 40-45 degrees Celsius, which is probably not too unhealthy. If they could allow, let's say, 75 kilowatt until 80% at least, because 75 kilowatt is just, how much is that? It's almost 1C, and many batteries are charging at 1C up until 80%. For example, the Mini Cooper I tested recently, that one actually charged more than 1C all the way to 80%. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.